and welcome to Nana's Crafty Home. My name is Tanya. Today's tutorial is going to show you how to crochet the solid double crochet beginner friendly granny square. This square is made with a 1 round repeat. This square is so versatile. You can make it any size you want. You can use it in multiple different projects, blankets, bags, wearables. The sky's the limit. You can make them as small or as large. So you could make a large square, keep going, make a blanket from one square, or join multiple squares together. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm using a medium worsted weight yarn for this tutorial. I'm using Red Heart Super Saver. You can use any yarn you wish for this pattern. So to get started, I'm going to get my yarn on my hook, and I'm going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of my stitches for this round are going to be worked in the 4th chain from the hook. So that first chain here at the end, I'm going to be working all of my stitches for round 1. Alternatively, you could also work this as a magic circle to start out, or you could slip stitch into that first chain, make a ring, and work all of your stitches into the ring or the magic circle. For round 1, I'm going to double crochet in that 4th chain from the hook. And those skipped chains from the beginning count as my first stitch, so they count as a double crochet. I'm going to chain 2, and in that same chain, in that same space, I'm going to work 3 double crochets, and a chain 2. Those chain 2s are my corner spaces, so I'm going to have 4 chain 2 corner spaces for every round. I'm going to work 3 more double crochets in that same space, chain 2 for another corner, then work 3 more double crochets into that same space, chain 2 for another corner. So I started out this round with my skipped chains and then my double crochet. I need 1 more double crochet to complete that side. So 1 more double crochet, and then slip stitch to the top of those skipped chains, or the top of the chain 3 if you worked a magic circle and worked a chain 3 to start. So I've completed round 1. As you can see, I've got 4 chain 2 corner spaces, and I've got 4 sides of 3 double crochets for each side. So for round 2, this is my repeat round that I'm going to be working. So I'm going to be repeating this next round for however many rounds I want. So I'm going to slip stitch into that next stitch because I want to get into this chain 2 corner to work my first beginning corner. Slip stitch into that chain 2 space. And now my beginning chain 3 is in that chain 2 space, which helps disguise that, keeps it a little more hidden than it would be if it were in the middle of a side. So after my beginning chain 3, I'm going to work a double crochet, and that chain 3 is going to count as my first stitch throughout my pattern. Chain 2 to make another corner, and then work 2 double crochets in that same chain 2 space. And that's my first corner of this round. Now I'm going to work a double crochet in the top of each stitch until I get to the next chain 2 corner space. So a double crochet in the top of each of those stitches. I'm at the next chain 2 corner space, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 more double crochets all worked into that same space, double crochet in each stitch to the next corner space, and then work a corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets all worked in that same space, double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, so every stitch gets a double crochet stitch. I'm at my next and last corner, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, double crochet in every stitch until the end. These last 2 stitches might be a little tight because we worked slip stitches there. And then slip stitch in the top of that beginning chain 3. So I've completed round 2. So one thing to keep in mind when you're working this is that every round is going to increase by 16 stitches. So for round 1, I had a total of 12 double crochet stitches plus 4 chain 2 spaces. You're always going to have 4 chain 2 corner spaces. So my stitch count for round 2 will be a total of 28 stitches. I've increased 16 stitches in round 2. And again, every round that I work will increase by another 16 stitches. So that's a great way to make sure that you're not skipping any stitches, adding stitches, periodically just doing a quick stitch count to make sure that you're increasing by 16 stitches every round. You can then go on to repeat round 2 until you get to the size desired in your square. You could go ahead and wet block this to give it a little more polished look and open up your stitches, open up those chain 2 spaces a little bit on the corners and square it off a little better. Not entirely necessary, up to you. So for round 3, it's just a repeat. Slip stitch into the next stitch and then slip stitch into our chain 2 corner, and now I work my first corner by chaining 3, double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. Then work a double crochet in every stitch until the next corner, and you're just going to be repeating that around, working a double crochet stitch in every stitch, and then a corner space, working another corner of 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today. Thanks so much for being with me. As always, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you never miss a new video. Thanks everyone. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.